Hey there. So today is 2025 Jan, and it's the start of a fresh week for the markets. So we'll quickly go over the economic news calendar for the week, see what high volatility news is affecting the markets. So as we can see, we don't have much news on Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we do have a minor one. I think it is a red folder news, and then Thursday, Friday we do have extreme volatility considering the initial jobless claims news report, and Friday we have existing home sales, consumer sentiment, and S&P flash PMI index news report. So I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we may be seeing volatility. Not to say that there wouldn't be volatility on Monday and Tuesday, as we can go over the markets. Today in the Asian range, we did have good amount of volatility for gold, since we had this pullback for the previous pullback after this huge rally for the last week. Today we sort of price pushback higher during the Asian range, the Tokyo market. I think we went about 174 pips. So yeah, and I wanted to get on with the something I've noticed with the way you can trade. So in smaller time frame, I would consider the 15 minutes to be very useful, okay? Because when a 15 minutes closes bullish, okay, and when 15 minutes closes bullish exactly around the fresh 4-hour candle open, if you notice, is when new volume is gonna come into the market, okay? And you can see that 7:30 we had like a fresh 4-hour candle open, and just right before that 1 hour we had this doji candle, push the price back higher. And you can see that very clearly on the 15 minutes time frame. 6:30 was a new candle open, we dipped, and then we went back up, we pushed back down, and then we created another green candle around 17:15. I think this was a strong confirmation, okay? I mean, you could have traded like around these levels if you knew, but I think this was the stronger candle confirmation, because we always have to wait for the candle close. The 15 minutes candle here closed sort of bullish, so there's two green candles creating a trend reversal. And if you drill down to the smaller time frame with the same thing, you can see that here around these levels our resistance was there, okay? And since the last fall, since we were falling here, we created that support, and then we hit the higher, the equal high. We call it equal high, not higher high, equal high. So the price went up, hit the equal high, and then the price creates a pullback. Whenever the price hits the equal high, what happens is the price does a pullback. This is your time for entry, and you could have entered during that 7 o'clock candle or 7:15 candle, okay? And just held the trade, because what happens is sometimes we shouldn't look too much into the smaller time frame. You can consider 15 minutes just to know where the trend is heading. So yeah, this is one of the scenarios I just wanted to and you could keep adding to the trend whenever, if you know, like the fresh 4 hour is going in one direction. Okay, you can keep adding to the trend, like, whenever it creates like a dip, you can keep adding smaller positions here, or anywhere here, and keep waiting and holding the trade. See, it kept going higher. See, I think now, since we're having another new fresh candle coming in the next 10 minutes, I think the price will go lower, since this the fresh 4 hour candle, it's gonna close anytime soon now, 11:30. So let's see 15 minutes how it's creating the candle. So if you can see on the 15 minutes, we sort of have a rejection, and if you see the 1 minute also, we see clear rejection and pivot. But let's wait and watch for the candle close. So another thing is, waiting for the candle close is important. When the 15 minutes closes bearish maybe, and the new fresh hour opens in the downward momentum, then yeah, maybe you can go ahead, take the downward trade. So yeah, you could take it, but what happens is here, it would how much your stops would be, like 30 pips. I don't consider it. See, this around is a good sell zone, because market usually tries to push back up 2 to 3 times before it goes down, and also even around these levels is a good, like sell zone. Sorry, this and this sell zone. So what happens is, when you sell here, is that your stop loss becomes very less. See, so you're not losing much money when you think like that. Or when you quickly see a rejection around this time, it is good to just take the trade and hold the trade. Okay, that also could be done. It looks like we are heading down for a bit. I might end up taking a small trade, so let's see. Since the European markets are gonna be opening now, we're gonna see volatility come in around this time in the market. Sorry guys, let me pause for a minute. So yeah, you can keep adding to your positions. Then see, now, since what happens is, as I told you, the market doesn't straight away go down, it'll try to push back up, and each level it comes, you can maybe add a smaller sell position. If it comes here, add a smaller sell position. So yeah, so this is for gold. And let's see the overall trend, what market might do. So as we can see, for gold, we closed bullish for the previous week, and daily on Friday we did have a red candle close. So I think the markets might consolidate for maybe next two 2 days. I'm not sure again. See, another thing with predicting the market is, I think it is pointless to predict the market. I mean, I can give a bias, but we should never hold on to the bias, because what happens is, the market is completely uncertain. The best way to trade is to trade with the trend, and trade with what the market shows you in the moment. And maybe you can take the inference of 4 hour, because as I said, each 4 hour candle represents a trend. See, this whole 4 hour candle, it went in one direction, so you can maybe project what the next 4 hour candle might do. Okay, and as of now, the market seems to be pushing up higher. Okay, let's see in 1 hour. See, if this candle closes bearish, we will see some pullbacks, but we will see some pullbacks because we already had 3 green candle pushing up higher. So maybe we may consolidate like sideways and try to push up higher maybe the next leg. But yeah, markets are uncertain. It may go down completely also, but these are just the scenarios I'm trying to say. But as of now, I'm trying to take down trades temporarily, because the fresh 4-hour candle is gonna open, and it has a strong tendency to create pullbacks, since market already went up to at least these levels, or then we may push lower also. Usually the mid levels don't respect well unless the trend is very strong in the higher time frame, so let's see what happens. But as of now, since we are at a good enough sell zone, if this closes bearish, there's opportunities the trade may play to the downside. So now let's get on with the Bitcoin. See, for me 15 minutes gives me a lot of inference. Okay, like I use 1 minute for precise entries, but 15 minutes gives you a lot of inference. As I told with gold, the same thing with the Bitcoin. The fresh 4-hour candle, I think, for Bitcoin was opened at 5:30, and if you can see the 15-minute candle, we pushed lower. Okay, like we've been consolidating, and then we created like a double bottom resistance support, and you could have started holding your trade around these levels, 645 and 715. You got much more clearer confirmation, and since then the market just swinged in one direction, approximately 300 points, you see. So I think 15 minutes is very good for entry. Okay, and then if you want to get more precise with your entries, like you can drill down to 1 minute, and you can use 15 minutes with 4-hour confirmation. Okay, because every 4-hour a new set of volume gets in the market, and this is not one time thing. I'm saying I've seen this happen over and over and over again. Okay, and you can also use after you use 4-hour, you can use 1-hour to see if it confirms. See, 1-hour candle 6:30, it closed green, so that was a sign for you to the more confirmation you get, the better your trade plays out. Okay, and these are few of the methods where how you get confirmation. You should never see something and jump into a trade. You should take multiple confirmations. Okay, multiple confirmations from different time frames, whether it's all adding up. Okay, and main is 15 and 4 hours, because it gives you a lot of strong indication, and then you can drill down to 1 minute, 1 hour, to check how it's doing. As we can see, the price is trying to push back up higher, so we'll have to wait. Let's go over Bitcoin. Let's see what's it doing on the daily. It's similar to gold. The price action, we had like a dip, and the price action seems very similar. So I think we might see downward momentums, like consolidation type, go up, go sideways to the down. We might see that patterns playing out, but let's see what happens. See, in BTC we have like a double rejection on 1 minute and 15 minutes. If this closes bearish, we have a bit of a strong confirmation, and we still may consolidate here and there up to the upside, because the overall temporary trend looks kind of bullish. But the one thing about this is, right now, see, around 11:30, around this time the European markets open up, no, so there would be volume, and usually what the volume does is, whatever 15-minute is showing, like if it's a bearish close or a bullish close, it usually follows that trend temporarily. It see, it might create, what happens is, it might create a fake out now, this market here. I'm sorry, here what happens is, since it's bearish, it might create a fake out to mid level, and then try to go back up, because market is sort of trying to push higher for now. So these are the scenarios which can play out, and we have to trade according to what the market is showing us. Let's go to Nasdaq. And Nasdaq also, we've been just trending for the last week. I think since we closed bullish, even if we see pullbacks, I think we're gonna see markets trying to push higher. And since Trump's presidency is today, like his day of getting into the office, so we might see volume in the market. It looks like it's all setting up for a rally. So okay guys, I think this is my analysis for 20th pre-market, and if you have any questions or doubts, just ask me and I'll get back to you. And yeah, we'll keep optimizing our system and adapting and adjusting to the market. Take care, see you.